Hey, Jim V here. We are in a new year. It is 2026, so I want to kind of talk about the new universal numerology of the year, which is a 1 year, and the fact that we're also going to be stepping into in Chinese astrology, the year of the fire horse, but that is not until February 17th. So, kind of a little bit in a midpoint pattern. And let me explain a little bit about that. Again, my name is Ventura. I'm a professional astrologer, navigational consultant. I work with lots of different types of oracles. So again, I want to kind of like update you on the vibe of about the next month and a half because we're in January and we should see this still into early February as well. So while we definitely have personal numerology cycles as well that are significant to us, we still experience the energy of the universal year because it's just collectively agreed upon. So 2026 in numerology is a 10 year, which is also read as a 1 year. Giving you the simple version of that, it's like 2026 is about starting things new, getting excited for new beginnings, being willing to be more assertive, making lists of goals, often a very strong self-improvement focus, looking at possibly a new style, new dress, new way of presenting yourself to the world, because again, this is the beginning of a 9 year cycle. We can often get a lot of inspiration from other strong people during a 1 year and try to be, replicate that version of that ourselves as well too. So it's a little bit more of a year of taking risks and being willing to, of course, allow yourself to be eccentric, be who you really are. So a lot of wonderful things really occurring with the one energy. And then again, in February 17th, we move into the Chinese New Year of the year of the fire horse, and that's a bit about strength and freedom and courage and innovation and bold change, chasing goals with conviction, the dignity of the horse. I'll probably talk about that more in another month or so in a video when we're really firmly in that. So here's what I mean about that kind of midpoint. 2025 was a 9 year numerology, which is a year of endings and completion and finishing up. Now listen, that correlated a lot with the year of the snake that we were dealing with in Chinese astrology. So, listen, a lot of people had a little bit of a bumpy road in 2025, understandably so, with a lot of ups and downs, because the major theme was about shedding old skins, parts of yourself that no longer fit, that you want to begin to take into the new cycle, or that you've outgrown. That also can be people and other circumstances that just no longer fit, that you've come to a kind of a completion about. Some of the positives of the year of the snake is shedding those skins so you become more truly who you are. So again, a lot of energy about shedding and transformation and really catching the energy of the snake energy as a means of transformation as well. So now you have this kind of weird pivot point because you're in between the vibe of the one wanting you to start new beginnings and then still in the tail end of that snake energy about the shedding of skin. So what I would advise everyone to understand about most of January and into early February is it's going to feel like you're kind of taking notes on the new beginnings, where you're going to go, like not to necessarily rush because you're still doing a little bit of shedding. One thing I would suggest is, again, that's why note taking is good because at least you've got like a plan and that will feel good for that one energy. But one thing I would suggest is you really can take note of this. If you try to squeeze yourself back into old patterns the next month and a half or so, it's going to be very uncomfortable. You will just find that it doesn't fit, and that will further clarify those changes that you're needing to make or have already made. So consider it a positive thing, but you may experience it a little bit turbulently because, again, there could be emotional connection to loss and change that we sometimes have to catch up with. So that would be my advice during this period. And again, lots of new energy coming in, but still some of that completion energy connected with that snake vibe. So, roll with this. We'll get into the horse energy in more detail in about another month or so when we get a little closer to it. And if you want a personal session, you can check out my Buy Me a Coffee site or email me directly for information on doing that. And in all cases, Happy New Year to everyone. Let's make it a better 2026, 2025. Like I said, was a bit choppy. Cheers.